1 year ago, I beat Pokémon Sword by only using shiny Pokémon, but there was one giant problem. Sword has an entire post-game and 2 DLCs that I never even touched in my original challenge. So today, it's time to fix that. We'll be catching a team of 6 brand new shiny Pokémon to take on the Isle of Armor DLC and the post-game of Galar. To make things a little harder for myself, I decided I won't use any methods to boost my shiny odds, meaning I'll be stuck at the 1 in 4,096 full odds. With over a year of work and having to endure my longest shiny hunt ever, this would turn into my most time-consuming challenge to date. Now then, join me on my journey to see if I can beat Pokémon Sword's Isle of Armor DLC by only using shiny Pokémon. On March 11th, 2025, we purchased the expansion pass for Sword and Shield, giving us access to the Isle of Armor. We're told to head to Wedgehurst Station to get there, but once arriving, a Galarian Slowpoke blocks our way through the ticket gate. In order to get through, we're asked to catch it. Clearing the way, we waste no time flying right over to the Isle of Armor. Once arriving, we get formally introduced to our rival for this DLC, Clara, who mistakes us for the new student who's supposed to join the Master Dojo on the island. Given this, she challenges us to a battle outside the station. Since this fight is required before we can start hunting for any new shinies, we'll have to rely on our shiny team we used to originally beat Pokémon Sword. If you're wondering how we got these Pokémon, we caught them in my previous Sword Shiny Only challenge, which I'd highly recommend watching if you haven't already. Clara only has 2 Pokémon, Venipede and Galarian Slowpoke, who both easily go down to Runerigus' Shadow Claw. After beating Clara, she lets us know that Champion Leon battled at the dojo long ago, and that we're probably not good enough to make it. Little does she know. Anyway, she recommends we take in the sights instead of ever going to the dojo, so we'll do exactly that by starting our very first shiny hunt. Given that this is an Isle of Armor shiny only challenge, I think it'd be a crime to not shiny hunt one of the many Galarian Slowpoke littered across the beach. Before we start, it's important to note that unlike games like Let's Go, Scarlet and Violet, and Legends ZA, shiny Pokemon in Sword and Shield don't show up in the overworld, meaning we'll have to painstakingly encounter every single Pokemon we see until we get the shiny. Thankfully, Galarian Slowpoke has a 100% spawn rate on the beach in the Fields of Honor, so surely this hunt should go pretty quickly. Right? Well, after starting the hunt for Slowpoke and getting halfway to the shiny odds, I decided to randomly check my team. Oh my god, I got Pokerus! I got Pokerus! Are you kidding me? My whole team has Pokerus! What the hell? I got Pokerus again? I got Pokerus before a full-on shiny? You gotta be kidding me, man. But this is my second time getting Pokerus during this entire Sword and Shield shiny challenge. Guys, I haven't even gotten the freaking shiny yet. What the hell's happening? Now, for those of you who may not know why I'm reacting to this like it's a shiny, Pokerus has a 1 in 21,845 chance of appearing after a wild Pokemon battle. It does nothing except double the effort values your Pokemon gain, which is nice, but considering it's over 5 times rarer than a full-on shiny, it's the last thing I wanted to see. So I continued on with the hunt, and it seemed like finding this Pokerus also depleted all my luck. Before I knew it, I had passed 4,096 encounters, and then 10,000 encounters, and then 20,000 encounters. But just as I was losing all hope, something finally decided to happen. Oh my, I got Pokerus again! Oh. You thought it was a shiny. Nope. Well, as I'm sure you could tell by my drawing of this absolute chud Slowpoke on my layout, I was not okay. But enough was enough. I had spent over an entire year on and off hunting this one Pokemon. I needed this shiny Slowpoke if it was the last thing I did. Shiny Slowpoke! Oh my god! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Oh my god, oh my god! Oh my god! I'm gonna cry! Oh my god, I'm shaking so bad. Dude, yes! Yes, dude! It's 5 a.m. Look at him! I don't know if this was brilliant or not. I don't really care. Let's catch it. Two shakes, 3 shakes. Dude, come on. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Oh, I gotta be quiet because it's 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm red. It was not brilliant. It was full odds. Here it is. The yellow guy. 2 things we gotta check. Is it marked? And the nature guess. I'm gonna guess rash. It's brave. Does have a mark. It does not have a mark, but that is fine by me. You already know we gotta do an encounter. It is a regular Slowpoke. And there's our shiny Slowpoke, dude. It's over 23,910 encounters. Screw this chud, bro. Like, genuinely. To put into perspective exactly how long this hunt took, I started it on March 11th of 2025 and finished it on May 6th of 2026. That's over a year of my life and 83 hours of hunting condensed down into just a few minutes, because apparently showing you all 83 hours isn't great for that sweet YouTube retention. Well, anyway, now that we finally have shiny Slowpoke, we can finish our year-long sightseeing and head to the Master Dojo. Before that, we need to grab some Galarica twigs in order to evolve Galarian Slowpoke into Galarian Slowbro. After collecting 8 Galarica twigs, we can head over to this island in the south of the Workout Sea and get a Galarica Cuff Woven. Giving it to Slowpoke, he evolves into Slowbro. Over at the dojo, we hear Clara saying we decided to go home. I mean, I don't blame her. It's been a year since our battle after all. We once again get mistaken for the new student and get introduced to Honey, the dojo matron. Clara isn't too fond that we showed up, but we learn that she's here to train to become a gym leader someday. Heading into the dojo, we're introduced to Master Mustard, the dojo master. To test how good we are and get to know us better, he challenges us to a Pokemon battle. Sending out our shiny Slowbro, Mustard immediately lands a critical hit U-turn to send out Shinx. Thankfully, Slowbro is able to knock out a Shinx using 2 Psychics. Sending Mienfoo back out, Slowbro's ability Quick Draw activates to outspeed Mienfoo, finishing it off with 1 more Psychic. Winning our battle, Mustard invites us to stay at the Master Dojo and gives us our dojo uniform, which we'll be repping for the rest of the video. He lets us know about the 3 trials, where the person who's able to complete all 3 trials will receive the secret armor of the dojo. Before he can explain, Clara rushes in demanding her uniform. She gets her uniform, but it's immediately stolen by some speedy Slowpoke. We learn this is actually our first trial, where we need to chase down and collect Clara's uniform from all 3 Slowpoke. With our bike, it's fairly easy for us to catch and defeat all 3 Slowpoke, grabbing Clara's dojo jacket, tee, shorts, gloves, and legwear. Once we're back in the dojo, we're praised for clearing the first trial like it was nothing. We're then offered the chance to pick between a Bulbasaur or a Squirtle with the Gigantamax factor, but unfortunately we can't hunt either of them because they're shiny locked. I still chose Bulbasaur, of course, because it's the best starter. Mustard then tells us a little about Gigantamaxing and how their max soup at the dojo gives Pokemon the ability to Gigantamax. This gives him the perfect segue to explain our second trial, which will be collecting 3 max mushrooms, the ingredient required for max soup. Heading out of the dojo, Mustard takes us on a stroll through the Isle of Armor and shows us the best spot to find max mushrooms. Our mushroom picking will have to wait though, since it's about time for our second shiny hunt. For our next target, we'll be heading all the way to the west of the isle to Challenge Beach, where we'll be able to find Magnemite. Now, unlike Slowpoke, Magnemite only has a 56% spawn rate here in normal weather, which honestly isn't bad, but there's some ways we can make it even more common to speed up this hunt. Firstly, since Magnemite is the only Steel type on Challenge Beach, we can use the ability Magnet Pull, which increases the spawn rate of Steel type Pokemon. This boosts it up to a 78% spawn rate, but we can take this even further by using a feature called Pokédex recommendations. Whenever you see a Pokemon and haven't caught it yet, your Pokédex will sometimes show you recommendations on where to get that specific Pokemon. Whenever a Pokemon is currently on the recommended list, its spawn rate gets boosted so that you can find it easier. Getting Magnemite on the recommended list and also having Magnet Pull active, it will spawn 80.75% of the time. Despite optimizing this hunt as much as possible, I was still scared about having another Slowpoke repeat, but thankfully, it looked like my luck had finally returned. Shiny Magnemite already, dude? No, you're freaking joking. You are freaking joking, dude. How many? 910 on the badge quest file again. I gotta stop shiny hunting really early in the morning. It is currently 3 a.m. What? I wasn't expecting it. I just started hunting again. I did maybe 5 encounters. Wow, dude. Oh, I kind of deserve this. It's gonna be difficult. Dude, I'm like... Whoa. Whoa. That did a lot of damage. Hold the frick on. 1 shake. 2 shakes. 3 shakes. There we go. Oh my goodness, dude. That's a shiny Magnemite being added to the Pokedex. Iconic orange camera. Wow. Look how good that looks. That looks so good. And I was using Pokedex recommendations to boost it. There he is. Obviously, we gotta do a nature guess, and if it has a mark, I'm gonna guess Rash. It's careful. It doesn't have a mark. It does not. Unfortunate. But I will take a full-on shiny Magnemite in 910. I deserve that so bad, dude. Alright, there's a normal Magnemite. And there's our shiny Magnemite, dude. It looks so good. Oh, dude. That is what I'm talking about. Let's go get our max mushrooms, I guess. I ended up getting this Magnemite after only hunting for about 3 hours, which after getting Slowpoke was a huge relief. But with Magnemite in hand, that means we can progress the story once again. We go ahead and evolve Magnemite into Magneton, and then using a Thunderstone, we evolve it once again into Magnezone, which, in my opinion, is a huge downgrade from Magneton Shiny. After switching around Magnezone's moves, we can do a few max raids to grab some EXP candies and Dynamax candies for both Slowbro and Magnezone. With the team all trained up, we make our way to the warm-up tunnel to start the second trial. Inside the cave, we're able to find a big cluster of max mushrooms. Before we can take them, however, Clara runs up to us and tries to convince us to give her them. Refusing, she has no choice but to battle us for them. Clara leads with Slowpoke, but our brand new shiny Magnezone makes quick work of it. Slowbro then comes out and cleans up her coughing and Whirlipede with some super effective sidekicks. Winning the battle, we grab our mushrooms and head back to the dojo. Once arriving, we learn we were the only student able to bring back max mushrooms, and by default being the only one to pass the second trial. Before we're able to add our mushrooms to the soup, Clara runs back into the dojo with her own max mushrooms in hand, meaning she also passes the second trial. Wanting to share her hard work with everyone, Honey decides to use Clara's mushrooms in the soup instead of ours. I guess our work wasn't hard enough. Well, after eating the soup and all those Dynamaxing ourselves? Or maybe not. We learn what our third trial will be. Since Clara and I are the only 2 students to pass the second trial, that means our final last ultimate third trial will be taking on Clara in a full one-on-one battle, with the winner getting the dojo's secret armor. Since 2 team members just won't cut it for this battle, we'll need to start our third shiny hunt. Before that though, I got a little sidetracked and decided to collect all 151 Alolan Diglets scattered throughout the Isle of Armor. Was it a giant waste of time? Yeah, but it's something I had never done before. Plus, you also get some cool hidden ability Alolan Pokemon as the reward, who are, of course, shiny locked. Nonetheless, it was a nice palate cleanser before the next hunt. Unlike our last 2 shiny hunts, this one will be our one and only soft reset hunt, where we'll open and close the game until we find our shiny. Further west, out in the Honeycomb Sea, there's a triple rock formation that spawns 3 Seadra, who will be our next target. Since there's 3, we can counter all of them before soft resetting, giving us 6 encounters per reset across both our games. Since soft reset hunts are much slower than random encounters, this will be the slowest hunt I'd planned for the video by far, so I was hoping for a quick and painless hunt. I still think Vandy's is like one of the best. Oh, shiny Seadra! Shiny Seadra! No way, dude! No way! 1,488. Dude, let's go! Let's freaking go. Look how good that looks. Guys, 3 for 3 on the badge quest file, by the way. The right-hand game is in like a 12,000k drought. Oh my, look, I'm shaking. Okay. I need to Thunder Wave this thing. Don't kill him, please. Okay, good job, Magnezone. It avoided the attack. Okay, it's paralyzed. Alright, I bought 500 luxury balls just in case. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Of course. Okay, this thing's gonna take a bit to catch. Okay. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, bro! Ugh. Stop. No, what the f— One, 2, 3, please, dude. Thank you. Holy crap. Jeez, that took for freaking ever. That's Seadra added to the Pokedex. What a good shiny that is. So that was encounter 1486. All right, I'm going to guess Rash. It's lonely. Look at the PP, bro. Is it marked? It is not marked. That's fine. All right. There's a normal Seadra. There's our shiny one. Look at that, dude. That's a great shiny, man. Oh, dude. And the great thing about this Seadra too is it has its better ability, Sniper. So we're gonna be landing crits like crazy. We can evolve this guy and it's gonna look good. I already know. We got 3 more to go. And let's keep going. As you could tell by my reaction, I was totally caught off guard with just how under odds this hunt was as well. If I keep having luck like this, I might actually finish this challenge in no time. Well, since we're already at the halfway point, that probably means you've been enjoying this video so far. So if you have been, please consider liking the video and subscribing, as it helps me out a ton. Also, hey, Facecam, we got merch now, guys. Yippee! If you're interested in supporting the channel and also wearing merch that I designed myself, then feel free to check out things like this beautiful JFlash sweater with this J and lightning bolt logo on the front and this JFlash wordmark design on the back that shows the year I created my channel. You could also rep this sleek Shiny Hunter University design, which shows the year that shinies first became available, as well as the I Love Shiny Hunting shirt and mug. Every design comes in a variety of sizes, as well as every possible color I could have picked, so you guys can get the best fit for you. If any of these interested you, feel free to visit jflash.store or visit the link in the description below. Thank you guys. While collecting the Alolan Diglett earlier, I had actually stumbled upon a Dragon Scale, which is the item required to evolve Seadra into Kingdra. Guess collecting the Diglets wasn't so useless after all. If it holds it while being traded, it'll evolve. So that's exactly what we did to get ourselves a Kingdra. Once again, grinding raids for the candies we needed and getting Kingdra's moves in order, we can go ahead and battle Clara in the 3rd and final trial. Heading to the battle court behind the dojo, we see Clara waiting there for us. Starting our battle, Clara sends out Skorupi while we send out Kingdra. We also learned that while Clara was waiting for us, she set up toxic spikes on the battle court to try and cheat a win, which got us badly poisoned. Even with the poison, Kingdra 2-shot Skorupi with Liquidation and Breaking Swipe. Since our 2 other Pokemon are immune to poison, we send out Magnezone while Clara sends out Galarian Weezing. Magnezone's Flash Cannon is easily able to one-shot it due to its fairy typing. Giving Slowbro his chance to shine now, he tanks a Bug Bite and then one-shots Clara's Whirlipede with a crit Psychic. Since we're on the battle court, we're able to Dynamax, so Kingdra comes back out to finish things off and Dynamaxes. Clara also Dynamaxes her Slowbro. Trading some max moves back and forth, Kingdra is able to land a final max Geyser, making us the winner of the 3rd trial. After Mustard learns Clara cheated with the toxic spikes, she gets sentenced to an entire 6 months of dojo Pokemon setting, but gets to stay to continue her studies. Since we cleared all 3 trials, we get to collect the secret armor of the dojo, which, if you haven't already guessed by now, turns out to be Kubfu. And everyone, say it with me now, it's shiny locked, woohoo! Getting Kubfu also lets us keep a Pokemon outside of its Pokeball on the Isle of Armor, which will be great to showcase the rest of our shinies as we get them. We're instructed to do some sightseeing with Kubfu to get its friendship up, so we go and visit the Loop Lagoon, Brawler's Cave, Challenge Road, and Pot Bottom Desert to make Kubfu best friends with us. There is one problem though. Since Kubfu is shiny locked, using it on our team would defeat the purpose of a shiny only challenge. So why not do the next best thing and shiny hunt a fighting type Pokemon that resembles Kubfu, being Mienfoo. I mean, they both end in Fu, so yeah. If you know anything about the Isle of Armor, you're probably saying, JFlash, won't we have to use Kung-Fu anyway to take on the Towers of Two Fists? Well, to that, dear viewer, I say, I have a plan to completely work around that, but you'll have to wait and see. Mienfoo spawns on Challenge Road 16% of the time in all weather, which compared to our previous hunts is extremely uncommon. But by once again using Pokédex recommendations, we can boost Mienfoo's spawn rate all the way up to 26.5%. Mienfoo also has a very problematic move, being High Jump Kick. High Jump Kick isn't very scary by itself when it lands, but it has a 10% chance to miss. If it does, the Pokemon will crash land, taking half of their health along with it. So I wasn't taking any chances. I went ahead and caught a Sigilif that knows the move Gravity, so we can prevent Mienfoo from being able to, well, jump high. Despite everything, getting Mienfoo to spawn was still a very tedious task, so going over odds on this hunt may as well have been a death sentence. Luckily, I wouldn't have to find out what it was like. Oh, shiny Mienfoo, dude! No way! No way! Oh my goodness. Dude, that game was so due for a shiny. Oh my goodness. That game had a 13,000 encounter drought. How many encounters? 1,286. What a fantastic shiny. So the scary thing about this Mienfoo is that it has High Jump Kick, which is why I have this Sigilif who has Gravity, who will prevent High Jump Kick from being used. So I hope this works. Gravity used Gravity. Gravity intensified. And it used Aura Sphere as its first move. Okay, it barely is able to do any damage. And I also taught this Sigilif Hypnosis, so I can put it to sleep. And there it goes. Are we gonna have a flawless capture here? Dude, I can't believe how fast it was. A critical catch! Oh my goodness! One shake. Dude, that's the first crit catch I've ever had of this badge quest. Wow, the right-hand game finally got something. That's a shiny Mienfoo, dude. This hunt was absolutely brutal, so I'm glad it didn't take forever. Orange face, and I will trade this over to the main file. There it is. Oh, it's so good, dude. I did not think I was getting that tonight. All right, we can do the nature guess and check if it's marked. I'm gonna guess Rash Nature. It is a neutral nature. I'm gonna change it to Bashful. It's quirked up. Is it marked? It is not marked. Oh, I mean, that's fine, I'll take it. So there is a normal Mienfoo. And there's our shiny one, dude. That's such a good shiny. Oh my. I guess one thing we can do is check out Mienfoo in the overworld. There it is. Beautiful. Only 2 more members to go. After another disgustingly under odds hunt, we have our bootleg shiny Kubfu. Unlike our other members though, we won't be evolving Mienfoo just yet, since he'll need to earn it. What do I mean by that? Well, it's time to talk about that workaround I mentioned earlier. The next part of the Isle of Armor story is going to involve taking on one of the Towers of Two Fists. But the problem is that Kubfu is mandatory to take on these towers, unless he conveniently disappears from our game. You see, if Kubfu is released, traded away, or moved into Pokemon Home, the game enters a failsafe mode that lets you take on the towers using your normal team instead. There's some pretty hilarious consequences to the story for doing this, but I'll talk about them as they happen. For now, we'll only be using Mienfoo to take on the Towers of Two Fists to stay in the spirit of only being able to use one Pokemon. With that being said, I conveniently misplaced Kubfu into Pokemon Home. Preparing Mienfoo with some raids, vitamins, and an Eviolite, we were ready to take on the towers. We head back to the dojo to let Mustard know we lost Kubfu. He says there's no point in training if we don't have Kubfu, and asks if we're really sure about our decision to continue. We say yes, and he reluctantly leads us outside to show us the Towers of Two Fists, the Tower of Darkness, and the Tower of Waters. We only get to take on one of these towers though, so we need to choose wisely. Usually Mustard would be super pumped up introducing these towers to us with Kubfu, but without it he just continues to stress we really need it and it's not too late to turn back. After asking you guys which tower I should take on for this video, you all voted for the Tower of Waters, so that's where we'll be headed. Now, here's where the story really changes since losing Kubfu. Usually, the guards at the front would let us know how strong Kubfu has to be in order to enter, but instead, they once again ask if we want to continue without it, and if we say yes, they act extremely unimpressed. Entering the tower, we're met with a Master Dojo student. If we had Kubfu, these students would give us some super motivational speeches about how fighting is like water. Without Kubfu, though, we just get completely shunned. And it's like this for every master student we face. The 4 students on each floor were no match for Mienfu, who easily tore through Psyduck, Krabby, Meryl, and Poliwhirl with close combat. Heading up to the final floor, Mustard awaits us there. With Kubfu, we would have gotten to see this short cutscene where he tells us how much we've grown and how he'll teach us the essence of water. But without it, he just tells us to get on with it and battle him already. Whipping off his hat, we learn Mustard is actually super jacked. He sends out his own Kubfu while we send out our totally real Kubfu. He's able to land a super effective aerial ace on us, which almost fully knocks us out, so we use bounce to spring up high. The next turn, we fly back down and land a super effective hit, putting Kubfu's health into the red and getting the 30% chance to paralyze. Thanks to this paralysis, we're able to outspeed Kubfu, ending the battle with a final reversal. If we were to have beaten him with Kubfu, this cute animated cutscene would have played with it celebrating. Then Mustard would have invited us to show Kubfu the Scroll of Waters to evolve it into Rapid Strike Urshifu. Instead, you know what, I'll just show you. Good work, Mark. Well, there's really no reason to look at the Scroll of Water without Kubfu. Here, you can have this. Mustard's lead card. Let's head back. Well, since Mienfu beat the Tower of Waters, we can show him the Scroll of Waters instead. It won't make him evolve, but a rare candy will, which finally evolves our Mienfu into Mien Xiao. Heading back to the dojo and talking to Mustard, he lets us know that the next parts of the Isle of Armor story can wait until we do what we need to do. And that, my friends, would be completing the post-game of Galar. Before our next hunt, we're gonna get halfway into the post-game, so it's time to head to the Slumbering Weald to meet up with Hop. We're here to return the rusted sword and shield we used to summon Zacian and Zamazenta in our first playthrough, but in classic Hop fashion, he challenges us to a battle. He has a full team of 6, while we only have 4, so he's able to take down 2 of my Pokemon, but we're still able to overpower him in the end. After our battle, Sonia comes up to us, and we learn she's been promoted to a Pokemon professor. Just as we return the rusted weapons, Sonia's power spot detector goes off, and 2 weird-looking brothers named Swordward and Shieldbert show up to try and steal them. They claim that their ancestors were the true heroes of Galar and always will be, not Zacian and Zamazenta or whatever. Since we're playing Sword, we battle Swordward while Hop takes on Shieldbert. Swordward puts up less of a fight than Hop, but somehow Hop loses, letting Shieldbert steal the rusted shield. Whatever, man. Wanting to figure out what's going on, we head to the Pokemon lab. There, we're briefly introduced to Sonia's assistant, who definitely isn't important later in the story. We then use Sonia's power spot detector to track the brothers down. It leads us to Turffield Stadium, where we find a Dynamax Serena rampaging. Teaming up with Piers and Hop, we're able to take it down with ease. Calming down Serena, the brothers reveal they've been forcing Pokemon to Dynamax in order to learn the true nature of Zacian and Zamazenta. Once we leave Turffield Stadium, we have to deal with a few more Dynamax Pokemon in Hulbury and Motostoke stadiums. Getting everything under control, we get a call from Sonia saying the brothers are at the lab demanding wishing stars. Alongside Hop, we get put into a double battle against them. But with our combined strength, their team is quickly dealt with. Turns out the whole thing was a distraction since Sonia's assistant was secretly working with the brothers and collecting the wishing stars behind her back. After leaving the lab, we learn there's even more Dynamax Pokemon running around, but they'll have to wait since it's time for our 4th shiny hunt in the Isle of Armor. Back on the Isle, we're gonna go for yet another beach hunt. Over in the Loop Lagoon, we can find ourselves some Sandygast. I originally wasn't gonna go for this Pokemon, but given how amazing its black shiny is, I just had to. There isn't much to say about setting up this hunt, since like Slowpoke, Sandygast has a 100% spawn rate on the beaches here. Unlike the quick setup, though, our luck had finally run dry. As fast as this hunt started, it quickly went over odds. Or, well, not by much. Oh, shiny Sandygast! I thought so. Oh my goodness, dude. Let's freaking go! On the Switch 2 again. I knew it would be tonight. I had a feeling, dude. 4,106. Just over odds. Just barely over odds. This is gonna go perfect in a luxury ball, man. Alright, first ball. Not even a shake. Okay. Oh, critical catch. Okay. Wait, is this gonna catch? There we go. Shiny Sandygast, dude. On the main badge quest file, let's go. There we go. There's a Pokédex registration. Grudges of the dead have possessed a mound of sand and have become a Pokemon. Sandygast is fond of the shovel on its head. I am fond of your shovel as well. We gotta do the nature guess and check for a mark, so I'm gonna guess Rash. It's modest? Wait. That's such a good nature. Are you kidding me? Is it marked? It is not marked. We haven't gotten any marked shinies so far. We only have one shiny hunt left to go. But I'll take the modest nature. That's amazing. There's a normal Sandygast. And there's our shiny Sandygast. What a good shiny that is, dude. I am so happy with that. I can't wait to evolve this thing into a Palisand. Let's look at him. Hey, buddy. Look at you. You move so slow. What a beautiful shiny. It's great we get to check out the shinies in the overworld now. Alright, well, let's keep doing the post game and let's actually evolve him and give him a proper moveset. Wasting 0 time, I immediately went to grind raids for the candies needed to evolve Sandygast. Once everything was collected, we fed it some EXP candies to evolve it into Palisand. Getting its moves in order, we can finish up the rest of the post game. Returning where we left off, we head to Stow-on-Side, Balin-Lee, Sirchester, and Hammerlock, where we take down 3 more rampant Dynamax Pokemon. And I guess Speed and Balin-Lee. Defeating the final Dynamax Pokemon, we learn the Sword Shield weirdos are inside the energy plant, the same place we fought Eternatus previously. Heading down in, Swordward challenges us to a battle for the final time. His team hasn't changed, like, at all since we last fought him, so if anything, the addition of Palisand made his team easier than ever to deal with. Reaching the top of the energy plant, Shieldbird dumps Dynamax energy into Zamazenta, causing it to go berserk. We're tasked with fighting it off to calm it down, so Slowbro will be our best bet here for the type advantage. Slowbro is able to take a huge chunk of health using Psychic, but it hits back hard with a crunch. If Slowbro's quick draw ability didn't activate here, it would have fainted, but thankfully it did, allowing us to land a final Psychic to knock it out. Hearing the commotion, Zacian flies in to calm down its sibling. This causes Zamazenta to flee, with Hop chasing after it. Seeing just how we were able to fight Zamazenta head on, Zacian wants to see exactly how strong we are by trying to catch it. Honestly, I thought Zacian would be a lot harder to catch, but in just a few minutes, we're able to catch it in a luxury ball. From here, we chase down Hop back to the Slumbering Weald, where he's actually able to calm down Zamazenta and catch it. With his new legendary Pokemon and regained confidence, he challenges us once more to a final battle. He leads with Double, and we lead with Mienfoo, who wastes no time one-shotting it with close combat. Sending out Corviknight, we switch to Magnezone, landing 2 Thunderbolts to take it out. With Snorlax coming out, we once again use Mienshao to one-shot it with another close combat. His next Pokemon is a Water type, being Inteleon, so we switch back into Magnezone to take it to red health using Thunderbolt, but it's able to outspeed and knock us out. With Kingdra now out, it tanks an Ice Beam and finishes off Inteleon with a Breaking Swipe. Switching out, once again, our Palisand comes out to fight his Pincurchin, which easily one-shots it with Earth Power. Finally, we get to fight Zamazenta. After Palisand tanks 2 crunches, we clean off the battle with some Earth Powers. With Hop defeated and everything back to normal, we've successfully completed the post-game of Galar, meaning the rest of the Isle of Armor story is now available to us. Back at the dojo, we see Hop waiting there for us. He's here to study the Isle, so Mustard invites him to stay at the dojo with us. We learn that the Urshifu we totally evolved earlier can Gigantamax. However, it can't stand the taste of max mushrooms. It needs a completely different ingredient to Gigantamax, but Mustard isn't able to remember what it was. Hop recalls Urshifu loves some kind of sticky honey, so we need to look for some Pokemon that look like flowers and plants. Not my first guess, Hop, but you know what, Hop, let's just do it. At the Forest of Focus, we find a lost Petalil looking for its mom. Leading its mother back to it, we get some of its nectar, which turns out to not be what we're looking for. We then spot an Applin who runs up a tree, but after it bonks us on our head and leaves some syrup behind, a hop licks it off our head? He says it's also not what we're looking for, and then finally, with that big old noggin of his, figures out we should be looking for bees and honey. There just so happens to be an island full of combi in the honeycomb sea. Like seriously, Hop. So we need to head there, but instead, I think it's time for our final shiny hunt of the video. For our last shiny, I really wanted to hunt a Pokemon I haven't seen many people do in this DLC. That Pokemon was Whismur. While it has an amazing shiny, its evolutions, yeah, not so much. Anyway, towards the east, in the Brawler's Cave, Whismur spawns 56% of the time. Due to my undying thirst to optimize every shiny hunt I touch, I make sure to get it on the Pokédex recommendations, boosting its spawn rate up to 61.5%. I was really hoping we'd go out on an under-odds bang here, but Whismur had other plans. It took me quite a while to get over odds, and eventually Whismur became the second longest hunt of this video, surpassing over 6,000 encounters. Now, over the course of this challenge, occasionally I stream my hunts here on YouTube and over on twitch.tv/JFlash727. One day I decided to do a quick 1-hour hunt to just say I streamed for the day, but what happened next, I couldn't have ever imagined. Your free time is very short. And that is why I opted to not do summer school and just do all— Shiny Whisper! No way! No way! No way, no way, no way, guys! We got it on stream! Let's go! Let's go! What a way to end this! 5 of the shinies have been on the sword file. Welcome into the stream! Y'all, you ain't fun. You ain't ruining this for me. Hold on. 6,327 encounters for shiny Whismur. We actually got it on stream. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm shaking so much. Okay, well, let's catch it. I didn't think I'd actually get a full-on shiny on stream. Yippee indeed. All right, luxury ball, go. It's not a crit catch. That's fine. 1, 2. Please. I'm scared. Come on. Second ball. Oh, critical catch. Let's go. Come on. One shake. Let's go. The vine booms, guys. Stop. You're ruining the video. Here's shiny Whismur registered to the Pokédex. Boom. Pokédex updated with the Pokédex recommendations. Excellent, you better know it. All right, chat is guessing careful, modest, quirky, adamant, bold, careful, quirked up, lax, modest. I'm going to guess rash, as always. It's quirked up! Plushie Pop and Padfoot got that guess. Congratulations. Is it marked? It is not marked. That is so unfortunate. We didn't get any marked shinies on this sword or this Isle of Armor badge quest. That's unfortunate. There's a Whismur right here we can encounter. Let's do it. And that is a regular Whismur. And here's our shiny Whismur. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Yeah, literally 15 minutes into the stream. Hi, Whismur. Oh, look, he's so green. Green. I did not think we were getting that on stream today, guys. I'm gonna be so honest with you. After only hunting for 5 minutes on stream, Whismur finally decided to shine. Since I was only live for like 20 minutes at that point, I decided to do some max raid dens with viewers to grab the final candies I needed to level up Whismur. We then evolve it into a Loudred and then Exploud, who, yeah, have pretty lame shinies. Also grabbing the TMs for Fire, Ice, and Thunder Punch and teaching them to Exploud, we're finally ready to wrap up the story. Making our way to the Hexagonal Island, we shake the tree there and get attacked by a gigantic Vespiquen. I was really hoping to let Exploud shine here, but well, just hit that thing with a Wound Burst. Oh, okay, it doesn't do that much. Oh, it has Max Knuckle. Oh no. Well, that was short-lived. Sending out Magnezone, it's able to do what Exploud couldn't and takes down the Vespiquen. After all our hard work, we're able to get some Max Honey, which we'll have no Urshifu to use it on, but yippee! Back in the dojo for the final time, we show Mustard we got our hands on the ingredient. Impressed, he says we've just about learned everything the dojo could teach us, so he challenges us to a final major battle in the dojo court. All right, Chud Sweep. However, Slowbro, I need you to have your quick draw ability go. Psychic or expanding for we'll do Psychic. Oh yeah, quick draw. Chud Sweep. Wait, no, he used Fake Out. No. It didn't matter. Oh, one shot. Get freaking wrecked. All right, who's next? Luxray. So we need Palisand. We're gonna showcase the whole team here. All right, Earth Power. Uh-oh. Ouchie. Oh yeah, one shot again. Holy cow. Mustard's about to send out Corviknight. All right, guys, it's Exploud time. I think the burn will be better if we get it. Jeez, that does nothing. What the heck? No, he has a fighting move too. Ouch. You know what? I really want Exploud to shine here. He deserves to have some screen time. I don't think Corviknight will kill me here. If it does, that would be very embarrassing. Okay, big damage. And Sun is gonna get set up. Don't kill me. Oh, okay. He takes out Corviknight. I'm gonna keep him in, and I want to see if I can get a max Hailstorm off on him. Oh, okay, no. Bye, Exploud. There's your 3 minutes of screen time. Okay, for Kommo, we'll do Kingdra. Let's get that break and swipe out here. I should be faster. Oh, no, I'm not. What does that do again? Oh, gee. Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh! Bye, Kingdra. Let's get Magnezone out here. This might be a bad idea because I know Kommo is a fighting type. Oh, that's gonna kill Magnezone 100%. Oh, wait, he has Sturdy, I forgot. Hold on. The goat, he's gonna clutch it. Oh, but the paralyze. Kill. Holy cow. This is like VGC type luck. Lycanroc. Who do we need to showcase now? Loki revive Kingdra? I should, huh? Kingdra should get his retribution. Great, he has Stealth Rock. That's lovely. All right, Kingdra, here is your redemption arc. Why does that do so much damage? Cause it crit. What the heck? I'm healing Kingdra again, guys. All right, we're gonna get the liquidation. Oh, he has Play Rough. Well, okay, Kingdra survives. Kill Kingdra, kill. Huge. All right, Kingdra got his redemption. And now it's time for Urshifu. And Mienshao is probably gonna one-shot it. All right, Urshifu, you're going down, boy. It survives. Uh-oh. Wait, does this kill? Well. That's a yikes. Chud, can you finish this off? If he gets a quick draw here, hold on. This might go crazy. Mustard's just gonna Aura Farm. G-Max one blow. Lost. Slowbro didn't stand a chance. The team's not looking so hot. And he has G-Max one blow. What are we gonna do? We'll sacrifice the next Pokemon, I guess. Well, Palisand's dead. Oh no. I'm sorry, Kingdra. Oh, wait, I forgot about Stealth Rock. We almost lost that. Guys, we almost lost the Stealth Rock. But I'm pretty sure Mienfoo outspeeds Urshifu here, so we're good. Post-combat, let's finish it out. All right, there we go, chat. And a crit to end it. There we go. That's it. Well, we did it. We successfully beat Pokémon Sword's Isle of Armor DLC by only using full odd shinies. If you're curious how long this challenge took, it ended up being 164 hours and 37 minutes, with over half of that time being solely due to Slowpoke. This challenge was also 10 hours longer than my Sword Shiny only video that had 8 full odd shinies. Can't wait for the Ground Tundra, but Anyway, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more shiny hunting content from me, please like the video and subscribe, as it helps out a lot. Also, don't forget to check out the channel merch and consider joining our Discord server before you head out. Links in the description below. If you'd like to support the channel and have your name featured at the end of every video, feel free to become a channel member today. Lastly, if you want another video to watch, why not check out this one on screen where I caught a shiny in every Pokeball in Pokemon Legends ZA. Now, with that all said, I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and as always, happy hunting.